Welcome back. The improvisational theater group, the Chuckleheads, are getting ready to celebrate a big-time, performance here. You all have been around for 7 years in our community, and you are Scott Pacitti. Thanks so much for coming in this morning, and it sounds as though that you all do all kinds of things here. We were talking in the break, and what's that show? What's My Line? Or
Whose line is it anyway?
Exactly. The Wayne Brady, Drew Carey thing.
There you go.
And you guys get into a little of that, huh?
We sure do. We play a lot of improv games, as they call them, short-form improv games. We get audience members on stage, which is very exciting, very fun.
What makes that work? Because and here you guys are, we got some of the visuals there to kind of go along with your narrative, and what makes that work from the standpoint of getting people to play along?
Well, I think it brings the people in the audience closer to the show. They see one of their own on stage, and as long as we're treating them with respect and having a good time with them, we don't ask them to do too much. We don't ask them to be a professional improviser. Then everybody has a wonderful time, and there's just an unexpected element that it brings to the show.
What makes you guys different? In doing some research, you guys are a 501c3. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're a non-profit corporation. It's called Actors Crib Incorporated. So so we do that for the community. We like to raise funds for our information. We like to do a lot of education. I do a lot of work in schools besides performing on stage.
So looking at the sorts of topics that you guys take on, because a lot of times, you know, the material can be risque, but at the same time, it sounds as though you all are in many respects politically correct.
Well, we try to do our best, yeah. I always believe that that comedy does not have to be, as they used to say, blue. It can be just as funny, if not more so, if you keep it clean and family-friendly a lot of times.
So from the standpoint of where you guys are in raising awareness, you've managed to make this work for 7 years. What's been the secret?
Well, we just do our best to do a lot of grassroots marketing and advertising. We rarely have to hopefully pay to advertise, but with wonderful folks like WBTV to help us out promoting, and a lot of people online and social media, obviously.
And how'd you come up with the name the Chuckleheads?
Well, I actually inherited that from a former group member. He had a group called the Chuckleheads. We sat down when we were going to do our first performance 7 years ago and said, what are we going to call our group? He said, well, why don't you just take my name, the Chuckleheads? And the rest is, as they say, history.
And you guys have a big event coming up a week from now, right?
That is correct. Theater Charlotte, Saturday, October 18th, 8 p.m. Lots of fun stuff. We're actually going to have a multi-Grammy award-winning person performing, or persons. I'm going to keep that under my hat for the time being.
Wow, so it sounds like ticket sales. How do we find those tickets?
You can do that online at planetimprov.com. And you can buy tickets ahead of time, or you can certainly purchase them at the door if there are still seats available.
All right, and that's going to be happening over on Queens Road.
That is correct.
Okay, all right. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you, Steve. Hello, Rashonda.
Shout outs here. 6:58, back at the top of the hour right after the break.